Jay just booked a juicy role on FBI International.
Ow! I'm happy to report, Jaina, that we had sex for the first time. And I have to be honest.
Silly.
It's icky.
I don't like it?
I don't like it.
I think we need to get another drink.
I think we do.
We drank.
We do. Oh my
the
gosh.
entire drink.
Gabby, your sweatshirt is so cute.
Oh my God. I was going to say the same thing about your hat. It's adorable.
Where did you get it?
Oh.
Aw.
Aw. Apparel. AfterWeWrap.com.
For more merch and apparel.
Let's get another drink.
Let's get some real drinks in here.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of After We Wrap.
Hey.
I'm Jaina and Ortiz.
And Gabriella Ortiz.
We're so excited to talk to you today and talk honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a quick
put in
update.
that sound bite, that boom, boom.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. So just to update everyone on the latest, Gaby and Shane just got back from their honeymoon.
Yeah.
So it's been a year since they got married, right?
Yeah.
A year?
Year and a half.
Before we dive into that, though, like let's what have you been up to?
Jay
Just had a huge announcement.
Oh yes, that's right. So before we talk honeymoon, it's been forever. I feel like it's been forever since we sat down because not sure if everyone knows, but when we shoot an episode, when we have a day of shooting, we don't just shoot one episode. We shoot 2 to 3, maybe 4 if we're being adventurous. If we're being brave enough.
I don't think we've ever done 4 before.
I think we have.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
we
think
have?
did.
I think we have.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good for us.
And I mean, yeah. So
it's been a month.
It's been a month. It's been a month. Has it been a month?
I think so, no?
I don't know where the time has gone.
Yeah.
This year has flown by. Flown by. It has flown. That sounds weird.
I think
Flown.
it's flown.
It flew.
But it has flown.
It has flown.
It's done.
It has flown by so fast. Come on.
I know.
I can't believe it. 4 more months until the year ends. That's ridiculous. I'm itchy because the mosquitoes came for me this summer.
Oh, yeah.
The mosquitoes have attacked. They've gotten all the juice. And so, I mean, they've got, no, I'm serious. They they went for my back. They went through my clothes.
Yeah.
They've been vicious.
I feel like mosquitoes came in for revenge this summer. They're just like, I want to eat everyone.
I love how Gaby laughs at her own stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's amazing.
Shane loves it. But what's up with Jay?
So Jay, thank you. I'm so off. Jay just booked a juicy role on FBI International.
Ow! Hold for applause.
Dick
Yay!
Wolf, yes. He will be acting with his BFF, Jesse Lee Sulphur.
Oh, that's fun.
And they will be in Budapest shooting. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
They got me good.
She's scratching.
I'm still scratching. So they will be in Budapest for the next few. Well, Jesse's going to be there for a long time.
Oh, wow.
And, Jay will go in and they have a great story. I don't know much about it, but I do know that it's an exciting new role. I mean, he plays a special agent.
Ooh.
Tyler Booth. Is his name Tyler Booth? Yeah, his name is Agent Tyler Booth. Oh, fancy. Yeah, he's excited. This will be our first time being apart. And that, I don't know. I don't know. God, I'm so...
And I'm moving in.
And what?
And I'm moving in.
Yep. Jay will be
there's an open bedroom now.
And Gaby will be moving in. So
that mosquito really went in there.
We've been talking about look, they're all over.
Yeah, I believe it.
I can't about how I'm gonna function with him gone. Because you don't realize how, I guess I'll use the word dependent, but like we both share responsibilities in the house.
Yeah.
And some of the things that he does, I don't quite know how to do. For example, the cold plunge. He uses it. I don't use the cold plunge because I hate it.
Yeah.
I'll only use the cold plunge if there's a hot infrared sauna next to it. And that's not the case. So I'm not going to just dump into I don't want to. And so I don't know how to change the filters on that thing. I know. So I have to, there's a bit of some learning to do before he leaves so that I'm not fully, lost.
Oh man.
I know it's weird. It's weird.
I get it though. Cause like you've become dependent of this person and
to handle certain shit around the house.
Like, it's okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be here. So.
Yeah, exactly. And Miss Alexa reminds us about garbage night. So we have certain things that.
Yeah.
Usually he's on top of some things. For example, the garbage.
Yeah.
And I forget, but. I'll set some reminders and it'll be fine. That's pretty much it.
Do you guys balance yourself out when it comes to like household stuff? Like, do you find a good balance between?
Yeah, I think so. I would say so.
You never have to be like, hey, Jay, can you take out the trash for the millionth time,
no,
please?
No. Mainly, laundry. Laundry. If I do the laundry and I fold it, at least he'll be like, "Thank you so much for doing the laundry. I really appreciate you folded all our clothes. Thank you so much." That was like he'll really go in, and then for example, he knows that I really like for the bed to be made. He doesn't see any reason why the bed should be made. But he knows that I love it. So now he's been doing it. And it's the sweetest thing.
It is.
And he's like, I hate it. Every fucking morning, it's like I'm confused. There's 6 million pillows. I don't want to put all these blankets on. But he does it and it looks really nice. And every time I notice that he does it, I go, baby, you made the bed.
Aww.
Thank you. So like those dumb things.
Yeah. But something about making the bed.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
Something about making the bed, for me, it's visual stress. There's
for sure.
Like clarity. I'm not.
My mom was very strict on always making the bed. I wasn't good at it as a kid, but then I grew up realizing, there's a good benefit of it.
Who makes the bed? You or Shane? Oh, you said that with the.
I've done it.
He's done. He'll do it. He does it. Definitely if I have like an early morning and he doesn't have to get up early. So I like to come back to a clean, house.
Made,
so it was a process, but I don't know the whole thing behind the making the bed first thing in the morning creates like a how do you say it? Like it just a clean, I don't know, like it puts you in this like, okay, the bed is made, everything's
the first
good,
first thing that's checked off
and then off you go
the list
to your day.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just
I forgot, some coach or someone said it, like it's the first thing that you get done. The first
it really does initiate that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it really does.
Tackle the day.
And then also getting back into it at night, you don't have to like rearrange it.
Yeah.
It's very silly.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, if it weren't for me, he would never change the sheets. He would go all year without changing the fucking sheets.
I asked Shane.
He would live in his dead skin.
I don't even say.
No. Let me tell you, this is, and I don't want to like make it a guy thing because that's not fair. Because there are some guys that are, but like I feel like most men don't really care about that stuff. I'm not gonna even say it.
My argument would be that it's not that I don't care, as I don't think about it, truthfully. And it's not like I don't like say, I'm not going to do this because I don't care about what's important to her.
Right.
My brain doesn't think about some of the things that her brain like does. And that's my true answer. And maybe it should more, but it just.
If you knew that
no.
your skin obviously sheds a layer of.
Mine doesn't.
Dead skin.
Right.
I have the same skin from an infant. That's right. That's a secret.
And you've got like, the dust build up, the grime, just the dirt.
Yeah.
And all of that in there. And you're just laying.
Oh, no. I understand the importance of changing sheets.
And that doesn't make you want to change them.
I don't think about it. Truthfully, I don't.
Interesting.
That's my gut honest answer. I don't think about it.
So interesting.
My man Shane too on that grind to think about sheets and skin.
I don't got time to think about no sheets, no skin. I got infant skin.
Listen, infant skin. I swear. So I made an extension and then I reneged. So I made an extension.
No, the other thing you said.
And then I reneged.
Oh, careful.
So
I've never heard that word.
Reneged?
Just trying to fuck with you.
But did it sound weird? Okay.
I have never heard that word.
Did it sound?
Wait, I have never heard that word.
Renege when you renege? Alexa, what's the definition of renege?
To go back on something.
Renege. Yeah, to go back.
I've never heard that in my life.
Learn something new. Never heard that word.
Oh my God. Pam.
Like if you neg someone.
I renege. Yeah, renege. To renege is to go back. Like to, yeah.
Okay, cool.
To change it. So I originally would always change my bed sheets and pillows once a week. Right?
Yeah, right.
And then Jay sort of started complaining about it and he was huffing and puffing. Oh God, I can't do this anymore. How many times do we have to change the sheets? So I said, okay, I'll extend it to 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we'll change our fitted and pillowcases, right? The fitted sheet and the pillowcases. He was like, well, if you're gonna change the fitted sheet and the pillowcases, you might as well wash the blanket and the duvet cover as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, the main thing anyway. So I started doing it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And now I have to go back to one because I can't take it.
You can't take it.
I can't take it. I just feel a little gross.
You know what? I do 2 weeks and now I'm like, I should do 1 week.
I mean, look, it's great. You don't have to wash that set of sheets once a week. Just have two pairs, right? You have 2 pairs and you can just switch it out. So every 2 weeks you end up washing it. But yeah, I had to go back because I just couldn't.
I hear you. There's no better feeling than going to bed
with clean sheets. Climbing into that crisp, clean.
I know
feeling of
Gaella's
looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
I get this though. She's speaking my language.
Listen,
Wait,
you know what? The crazy part is when he does go in, he loves it. He goes, oh, it feels so good. Now you love it. So good. Now you love it. Yeah, but.
The question, do you wash the sheets when you buy them or do you put them on when you take them out of the package?
For the bed, I have to wash them.
Thank you.
Gracias. Yeah.
Same thing with underwear. Even sometimes clothing, I'll wash it first, especially if it's like cheap.
You know what? One time I was really nasty and I bought underwears from Victoria's Secret.
And you didn't wash them?
Victoria. Did you hear the way I said Victoria? Victoria. I bought panties from Victoria's Secret, and I didn't wash them. I put them on. That's gross, right? I mean, no one. You can't try the panties on at the store, but people touch it. Sometimes it drops on the floor. You don't know where it's been, and it's in your,
Yeah. I always like to wash my
it's great to wash. But what about regular clothes?
Sometimes it depends on where you get it. Like let's just say if I buy a Target shirt or a Target dress, I'll probably wash it.
Yeah.
But if I buy a dress at Nordstrom, then I'm like,
yeah.
Shit.
It always depends, I guess. It always depends. Anyway, the word of the day, renege.
Renege.
I reneged.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Learn something new. I love when that happens. So speaking about something new, I learned a lot of new shit.
When you went to, tell me everything you've learned. Tell me, first of all, how the experience of flying first class, getting your champagne and orange juice.
This episode is not sponsored by Delta, but Delta Vacations, round of applause. Like it's they have great packages. And, it took us about 1.5 years to plan this. And they say me because I plan everything. And we were able to get a very nice package where it included 2 hotels and, first class, the Delta one with the beds there. And we got upgraded on the return, but it was great. Regardless, we flew to JFK and JFK has a Delta One lounge. You guys, I showered in an airport.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
I took videos of me showering. I called my mom
while you were showering.
I was like, Mommy, me estoy bañando.
I think they have the, is it Le Labo or they have,
I don't know.
What is their brand of soaps that they use in the, do you remember?
I don't remember.
I think it's
I brought my own stuff. So I use.
They have their.
But they have good ones. Yeah. You know what? I actually took them. They're somewhere. They're in a bag. Okay.
They're really good.
Yeah. And it was, I felt refreshed. I was like, I'm a brand new woman. And then dinner is on the house. So we had the most amazing dinner, like before getting on a plane.
At the Delta Lounge?
At the Delta One Lounge. And it's all included, of course, because you're paying a shit ton of money.
And all the free drinks.
And all the drinks and everything. I got super hammered, before getting on the plane.
How you have to do it.
And then I slept, but it was so nice. Like I watched 3 movies. I watched Frida. I watched North by Northwest.
Nice.
And then I watched a little bit. Oh, wait, what was the Parent Trap?
Oh,
Lindsay Lohan.
But wait, so you didn't really sleep?
I slept a little bit, but I think I was
like so excited.
I was excited, anxious, because I'm also an anxious flyer. But I did. I think I got some sleep. Yeah, I did because I didn't make dinner. That's right. I didn't eat dinner because I was dead asleep.
Off when I miss the food.
Oh, I will be dead asleep, and then if I hear food coming, I'm like, well, I gotta wake up.
You have to. I've seen pictures of people with a sign on their forehead that says "Wake me up for food." Wake me up.
The opposite. Don't wake.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like to be woken up because I don't want to miss. I don't know. There's something special about airplane food.
Well, I won't even
Sometimes,
be hungry and I'll still
miss.
eat it.
But exactly. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Well, it's because it's the best quality food around.
But I think, I heard some, I forgot who and where, they say to avoid jet lag, don't eat at all. But you're telling me I'm not going to eat on a 10-hour flight?
Oh, no,
that's
not
insane.
Yeah, that's not.
So I don't know. Yeah, sometimes it's not the best food, but sometimes airplane food.
It's nice, yeah.
Hitting. It just hits.
And also, you're on air, you're not on the ground. You have no control of your life during those hours. So, you might as well just drink and eat everything because you never know. You guys, my anxiety when I fly
oh my God, really?
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. So anyways, we get there. We land in France because then we had our last stop in France to Florence, and we're in Paris, and I am behaving like I speak French. Oui, bonjour, just those are the 2 words I can say. Or comment ça va, and I'm over here like, oh, I know, I speak French.
Do you love the French food?
Did we eat?
We eat they had a lounge.
They had a lounge there. We ate a little bit, but I think I don't know. It wasn't much.
Really
we only had like a 2-hour.
But you just felt completely immersed in.
Oh, I was like, I want to be here. Like leave me here. Let's go to Paris right now, really quick. And then we finally. Oh, I will say though, that last flight from Paris to Florence, I even took my anxiety medication, but my anxiety was at 100.
Really?
At 1,000,000.
It got worse and worse?
I don't, yeah. I think it was plane after plane after plane. I think my anxiety
How many planes to get there?
We did 3. We could have done 2, but again, anxiety. I didn't want to be on a plane for so long for the first one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was so bad. Anyways, we get there super tired, delirious. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what planet we're on, but we finally get the taxi. It takes us to the hotel. The Hotel Baglioni is beautiful in Florence. And we tried. We walked. We saw the church. Something else, Uffizi. I can't even remember right now, but we were so
exhausted from traveling.
Where are we? So we went to bed at 7 and then PM, yeah. And then we didn't even have dinner. We just tried to eat a pizza, but we were like, I can't anymore. And so we went to sleep. So then the next day we were nicely rested. I opened the window, and Italy has such specific smell. It's mixed with history and old, right? Because it's an old country. And the moment I smelled it, I was like, oh my God.
It brought you back home?
Yeah. It was like, yes, I know this. And the smell of furniture. I know it's so silly, but antique furniture. No, it's the wood. The wood. The tables, the closet. Because they don't have their closets over there are literally, what do you call it? Those big, beautiful armoire closets that you open with a key, and the key's like, you know, the big one. And just, I even, no joke, Jane, I even like took a second to like smell. I was like smelling the wood like a psychopath.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways, our hotel was great. It had a lot of pictures, historical pictures of like what Florence went through like the wars and all of the stuff that was kept and you know the all of the horrific, you know, situations that happen in there. And I love history, so I was like reading everything. Shane's like, let's go, and so I'm like taking pictures of things because I'm like, I'm gonna read this later. But Uffizi, which is, I think I'm saying it right, it's the museum where Birth of Venus is there by Botticelli, and like seeing it in person, and La Primavera, and seeing it in person, I literally cried. Those were the two paintings that I saw them, and I was like,
really?
I don't think I had seen them when I went on a school trip to Florence. So I think in the back of my head, I was like, how did I never come to this museum?
Yeah, wow.
And then of course, as soon as we get in there, we start, you know, experiencing all of these dramatic paintings. Shane made me laugh because he goes, I don't know if I can take another painting of.
They're all the same. Every one of them are.
I wonder why it was.
Because that was the pain, you know, the artists would, their intention with the brushes and the color was to emphasize on the pain or the excitement, the love, whatever feelings they were going in that time. That's all they had. That was their television. So it was very, that's why they're so incredible, because they were able to create these paintings that had all of this weight in terms of like emotion, you know, colors, emotion, and for the time, like that is just revolutionary. And so I'm over here like, oh my God, I had a little bit of PTSD because I had to literally study all of these like enormous paintings, and then I'm just looking at them. Well, I don't remember exactly every single detail, but I'm looking at them and I was like, oh my God, yes, I remember this. Yeah, I remember that guy. And then I'm taking pictures to my mom. My mom was like, that was the Duke of this one. That was the Duchess of that one. I was like, yeah, everything is coming back. And so I had a little bit of PTSD while going through the museum. But nonetheless, it's just like, oh, the Medusa was there. Yeah, the histories. So much porn in Italy. Like, it's
just literally ATM machines with condoms and dildos on the street corners.
And vibrator. Like, it's
people be fucking.
Really? Like not that only on street corners?
Not only in the arts, you know, because you have the David, you know, where you have the sculptures, they're all naked, beautiful. And then you actually have vending machines of condoms, dildos, vibrators, lubricants, where you just like, did you we should have.
I'm happy to report, Jaina, that we had sex for the first time. And I have to be honest.
Silly.
It's icky.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
But okay, really quick. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is nuts. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like that it's very open.
Oh yeah.
And it's very accessible.
Mm-hmm. Hey. Meanwhile, over here we censor one titty.
Yeah. It's a natural, beautiful thing. Obviously, you know.
Yeah.
For what is it? 18, 21. What's the
20th,
age limit
19th?
on that?
What do you mean?
To purchase? What's the age limit to purchase the vending machines?
I think it's 18 because the drinking age is 18.
Oh wow.
The driving age in the scooter is 16.
Whoa.
I believe that's how it was. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But
that's insane. I love that you you were immersed in the culture and history of that beautiful country.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I was drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
And sometimes, especially at the hotel, if they had champagne, I'm drinking mimosas at 9 a.m.
That is my style when I vacation.
Oh yeah.
The time isn't a factor at all.
Yeah.
Let's talk about food really quick, because I do remember every time I've seen a picture of Shane with food, it was French fries on pizza.
If they offer a pizza with French fries, I'm going to take it.
Every region has its own specific.
But you
types
had
of pizza.
Did you had pizza with French fries on top multiple times, right?
2 times.
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the same? Is it the same?
It was different, but they just had French fries. So I was like,
so each region is a whole different taste of like.
Oh wait, pizza. No. What she's saying, I think, did it had different toppings with it?
No. Just like the pizza and French fries.
Did it taste different?
Yeah. It was like
kind of tasted the same.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How was it? I've never had French fries on pizza.
I don't know.
Did you try it?
Yeah. I had a bite. But mine was always,
Were you like doing all pasta dishes?
Pizza? My pizza is the Bianca with the prosciutto and tomato and mozzarella and arugula. Girl.
Wow.
Girl, I love prosciutto.
Wow.
And what's funny, one of the customer service at the hotel was like, "Scusi, in America, how do you do?" I'm not gonna do that. How do you differentiate the prosciutto crudo versus the cotto? So in Italy, you have the crudo and then you have the cotto. The crudo is uncooked and the crudo is cooked.
So crudo, it's raw. It translates to raw. Literally, it means that it's cured in salt and aged. So like prosciutto crudo is a type of prosciutto. Prosciutto that is cured and air dried. Cotto means cooked, so it's like brined and steamed.
Yeah. And they taste completely different. And so it was so funny how he genuinely asked me, and I was like, I don't think that's a thing in America.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so just something like that alone is just like, oh my God, like the food is the principle of Italian culture. They are so proud of what they have made of their culinary evolution. I don't know. But they're so proud. And Shane finally met the Italian side. It's not blood, but it was by marriage. And excuse me, I don't know what happened to my belly over here. And I met 2 cousins that for the first time, that after I had left, they were born. So I was never able to like meet them.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous. 2 beautiful girls, Alice and Ariana. So my stepfather finally cooked for me for the first time. I was like, I cannot believe this. He made the carbonara. So my stepfather by marriage, but they're divorced now. So he's technically my ex-stepfather. But so he cooked a carbonara, made it from scratch. He was so proud of himself because he was like, this is the authentic recipe. There's no, this, I went.
Was it amazing?
It was amazing. But the way how he like, even my mom was like, ay Dios mío, when I was telling her everything. And his little niece goes, wait, Zio, because that's how you say Theo. Did you actually go to the store and you got the
ingredients?
What is it? The pig, whatever, because it's made with actual guanciale. That's guanciale. That's how you call it. So it's the pig. And she was like, I cannot believe you actually went to the market and got the actual real ingredients. So it's like, wow. For a moment, I'm just listening to them, and they're like having a celebratory moment of him cooking the actual carbonara.
That's amazing.
Recipe.
That's amazing.
And then we drank it. That's normal too, to have a whole glass of wine and prosecco.
Yep.
When I was there, I wasn't drinking age, so I never got to experience that part of their their culinary, but
it's the culinary experience.
And then you don't get a headache.
That's
because there's no
sulfite.
Sulfite. There's no sulfite. You don't get a hangover, so you just keep drinking. I did gain a lot, but I mean, like,
you know what? I call that happy weight.
Happy weight.
Happy weight.
Oh,
happy vacation weight.
And then when you go to the pasticceria, which is the bakery, and you get the brioche with the crema inside.
I know you were like crying when you were eating that. What was that all about?
So to me, it's personal because what's that all about? No.
I was like, oh my gosh, she's having that.
So this
but isn't that how visceral and beautiful? It's like food can just transport you and make you feel something.
It's beautiful.
You said you used to eat that every day?
So every day from Monday through Saturday, because I had to go to school on Saturdays, I would stop at the pasticceria before school to get my cappuccino and my brioche. So that was like a me moment, you know, getting ready to tackle the day. And so I love brioche with the crema inside. And I hadn't had it in almost 20 years. Because, you can make it here, but it's never going to be the same.
What did you think about it, Shane?
What specifically?
The brioche.
The brioche with the cream inside?
Everything was good. Everything was good. There wasn't anything that I was like, I don't like this.
And then you have the bombolone, which is like a donut.
What is the one dish that you could have every day?
Pizza.
Honestly, the pizza.
The pizza.
Oh, and the dough is just so different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
And then you eat it with forks.
Yeah.
You cut it. They don't cut it for you. Yeah. So when you go to Italy, please, for the love of God, do not expect your server to cut the pizza.
God.
For the love of God.
They don't cut it. That is not a thing. You have to cut it.
Sometimes you just want to grab it with your hands, right?
Sure, yeah.
You can do that.
Well, the thing, what tripped me out was how we treat pizza here in the U.S. So when you order pizza, it's like you get the slice. It's like a cheat day, whatever. You're watching football. You don't really. It's just pizza. There, it's an experience. It doesn't matter if it's even the margherita. It's just.
What do you call it?
It's a delicacy.
Yeah.
You cut the pizzas and then you put it on your fork. You kind of twist, you kind of like fold it and you have everything in there and you eat it with your fork. What? Like we're at lunch in Rome and I see all these businessmen that come into a restaurant and they're all cutting their pizzas and having business conversations. I'm listening and I'm just like, this is real. They're talking business here and they're eating their pizza with their forks.
You know what? We're going to get some dough from Italy here and we're going to make our own pizza and we're going to cut it with a fork.
So
I have a pizza oven.
Yes, please. And to piggyback, so we had a pasta class.
Oh.
Making pasta is not that hard. Like it's actually, you can do it. It's the ingredients, of course. So if you get the flour, you have to make sure that at least it's authentic Italian flour. Here in California, there are a few Italian markets. There's one near me. So I was already researching. I'm like, okay, what's the actual flour to? And it was just flour and one egg. And you have a rolling pin, which I need to get one because I don't own one. And then you have specific instruments. Like, so in this case, we did fettuccine.
I have a fettuccine maker.
You do? Okay, I'm pitching a pizza/pasta making episode.
Yes, okay. I mean, I don't know if we can do it all together.
We could, because you could do one thing and then I could do the other if we want. Or we could do both, whatever. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And then we made ravioli and Shane was so incredible. Like he was so attentive.
Did you eat your own ravioli?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of ate everything.
Yeah. What did you stuff the ravioli with?
It was cheese.
You don't want to know.
I think it was truffle. No, cheese.
There was different stuff.
Yeah, there was different stuff in there.
Truffle.
There's stores that sell truffle. That's just truffle stores. Like that's it. I was so disappointed because we went to a restaurant, one of the going towards the end of our trip, and I was going specifically for the truffle pasta, but it wasn't in season, and I was like, no. But oh my God, like it's just.
When is truffle in season?
I don't know.
That's an interesting.
But I love truffle.
I love truffle
but overall, like listen, like I knew that living there, And also, oh my gosh, hold on. How much time do we have? Because I feel like this episode.
It allowed you to appreciate it.
And also coming back home to the house, you know, that I spent 4 years of my life. It was insane. It was an emotional roller coaster. There was a mix of emotion, like happiness, also frustration and anger, and like rejection from it, because of all those feelings that I had as a, you know, teenage me, being like, why did you take me away from my island and my culture to come here? And, you know, and there's many other elements, but it was, I had so many photo albums of like my childhood that I hadn't seen in forever. So it was like a reconnecting the dots that I had like misplaced throughout the years. And my favorite part was, so my mom turned the garage into a dance studio. And that's where I would be every day. I come home from school, I'd be downstairs dancing. Whatever choreography we were working on in dance class, whatever it was, I was making my own. There? It's still there, intact. That's where Shane and I worked out. I danced ballet the whole week that we were there. You know, I was just doing YouTube. And
you spent a week there?
At the house, yeah, about a week. Yeah. Because it was like a good way to save money on hotels, and then also a good way to stay away from the tourist traps. So we went to all of these little towns that aren't, you know, known. Did you have
to rent a car there?
Yeah, we rented a car, and Shane loved this town called Gradara, and I had never been there. I thought I did, but I was telling Mom, I was like, Mom, I don't remember this place. So you definitely did not take me here.
Oh my God.
But it's teeny tiny town on top of a hill. So imagine that. There's lands, green, you know, so there's like agricultures everywhere. And you're imagining on your horse in the 1400s, and the castle is all the way at the top of the mountain. It's going to take you another day to get there. We're over here in a car. And I'm over here like, it would take them weeks to get here.
Yeah.
And then but my favorite part is like how protective they are of their history. And I love history. Leave me in a history classroom and I'll be like this all day. In fact, I brought back all of my history notes because I was like, I need to go over them again. So then this little town, and there's a castle. You go in the castle. It was a teeny tiny castle compared to other castles. But it's so mind-blowing because the Duke had his size, the Duchess had her side, and then they had apartments for the visitors. And they would, you know, anyone that they would host, and they can live there for however long they were welcome. And now it's all museums, and they kept everything. So you see these little tiny beds, you see these little tiny doors, because they were a lot smaller back in the day. We're talking about the 1400s, right?
Oh, wow.
The views are insane. There was a torture chamber in this one castle.
Oh.
We went in there, and literally the first thing I go, this sucks. And this woman's like, I know, because you could feel the darkness of, and you saw the instruments. There was a piece of wood that you can see the knife marks.
Like, oh my goodness.
And I'm literally touching every stone. Like I'm a psychotic when it comes to this type of things, because I just appreciate so much that this is kept for us to, you know, experience and learn. And
before I forget too, I want to mention that if anybody wants to see some of this, there's footage on the Patreon.
Oh yeah. Yes. Like Shane had to like duck to go into every room, because every there was a horror room. So like where the Duke would bring his horrors. Talking about just like free sex.
Wow.
We didn't do any tours, but I would hear the woman talking, and I was like, oh my God, she's just said this is a horror room. So all like shit. It's insane. And so to see now how the life that we, you know, the comfort that the comfortable life that we have now versus like the struggle that they had. Like, ew, they didn't even have deodorant. How much did they stink back then?
I don't think they could even smell it.
They're probably so used to it. Yeah,
there was
but nonetheless, like I love going into castles and just taking all of that
history,
energy and history. Like if I could be a little fly in the wall,
I know, to go back in time just to see what it was like.
But like even the conversations that they had back then, what did they talk about? It's a good day. Maybe it'll rain. maybe it'll be sunny. Maybe it'll be sunny.
How do you know that these are the
conversations? Because the people, I would hear the tourist people say that too when they were talking to the I would hear that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny.
The types of conversations they were had.
Yeah. So, I mean, but now
they were also saying like, which horror are we going to bring in
Which
today?
horror? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I know. I want to be a fly on the wall and go back in time just for moments like that.
Yeah.
Like,
and I know there's a lot of darkness.
Yeah.
Because the Coliseum also was like, going into the Coliseum was just like, they killed people for entertainment here. Like, this is fucked up. And at the same time, you admirize these architectures because they created something in whatever year it was built that, that it's still there. It didn't, the whole world kind of copied or took from that one invention, because the Colosseum was like the biggest. It wasn't even called a Colosseum back then, but it had, you know how like Colosseums sometimes close? They invented that back in the day. Huh? Like, that's mind blowing. Yeah. And when you see the architecture and it's still there, sure, everything's like kind of, everything has to be in maintenance.
Interesting.
But it's
so
just
fascinating.
And not just Italy. Like, I can't imagine like going to other countries, in Europe. I can't wait to go to Ireland to like,
definitely want to go now. They say you can't see Rome in a day.
Oh no, you couldn't. Yeah. It was so hot though, guys. Don't go to Italy in the last 2 weeks of August. That was the only mistake I did, but it was fine. Probably why it was so cheap too.
But be with you next time.
We're doing a girls trip. It's on my bucket list.
We have to.
I don't know. I don't care like when or how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be a girls trip.
Let's do it.
So the downside of this, before we wrap up, is that now I am more of a food.
You're a foodie now? You're
not a foodie, but what do you call standards? A higher standard. Like, I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to make my own food.
Yeah.
And it also did create a bigger awareness of like, what are we feeding ourselves with the food here?
Processed.
In there, you eat an apple, you literally grab it from the tree.
Everything.
And it tastes like it's supposed to be.
Table.
And here they pesticides or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
America.
And it really
America for you.
It furthers my goal to have my own garden one day, so I can grow my own stuff.
That's amazing.
And not just that, Jaina, dinner was $60 for us, and we ordered wine, another bottle of wine, an appetizer, 2 entrees, 2 seconds, 2 desserts. A plate of pasta was $12. Ooh. A glass of wine, of good wine, $7 bucks. Prosecco, $5. What? Are you kidding me? When you go to have breakfast, literally it's $2, not even $2.50 with your cappuccino and your little brioche. What?
Yeah.
And you go to Starbucks here and you pay $10 for one coffee. Like, come on.
I know.
I am so angry.
I know.
And it's so much. Like, we could be here all day. But now I'm just a what's the word, babe? Like, like I'm stuck up with food.
Yeah, now you're little.
But I understand, like, because even now I'm a bit more conscious, like being back here. It's like, because you go 2 weeks without feeling that food makes you feel, and now when you come back, it's like I have been thinking about the things I put in my mouth because I'm like, that's gonna make me feel like shit, and that feeling sucks when you don't feel it for quite some time.
Yeah.
But that I'm talking about it in my stand-up right now. It's like the one I think good part of being in America is there is a little bit of punishment for eating too much or drinking too much. You do end up feeling like shit. And so for me, that is helpful because it's like, all right, I can't do that. Like I have limitations. Like in Italy, I just was going ape shit because you don't feel anything.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And then don't get me started about going down south to Sorrento, in the ocean, in the water. No sharks. We ate all the mules, or all the.
Wait, how did you know there were no sharks?
Because the guy, there was
She felt it.
I felt it.
You felt it.
But no, our boat guide.
Put her finger in the water.
I was like, there's no sharks here, you guys. I would do that though. The girl or the boy that the boat tour guide, he said they don't come here because the water is not, it's hot, it's not cold.
Oh.
And then one thing also that Shane said, which I was like, yeah, I can see that, is the energy. I wonder, I don't know, we were just talking, does the energy that this country exudes also like doesn't attract?
Are we attracting shark attacks?
I was just gonna say, are we? Interesting.
I don't know, but when he said that, I was
very
like,
hippy dippy, but
yeah,
you
sure,
know.
but like also it makes you think. I don't know, and so yeah, and then
probably not as much pollution too.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
And the scooters and the traffic is insane. The beep 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 beep. That's all you hear. Beep beep. It's like it's just like, oh my God, I miss this.
It's like, what was that animated series with the Italian on the moped?
The series?
Sorry, the
movie?
The movie.
Luca.
That was cute.
Literally.
Yeah.
I think that's where we were in the, I'm not sure, but nonetheless,
anywho,
I am
your
recharged.
Honeymoon sounds fantastic. Like it sounds like a dream come true. Really.
I'm ready for the girls trip.
And you are rejuvenated.
Yeah.
You feel like you've traveled and explored and like
that, and also like I don't know,
get a chance to
reconnect. Oh yeah, we had a lot of sex.
Oh my God.
For us, it was like once or twice.
No, it wasn't gonna love me. But not just that. It's I love when I have the chance to grow mentally and add more to you know our cultural emotional experience, because it's only gonna make us better people.
Right.
The more you learn, the more you grow, the better you are. And so
I love that.
My mom was right. I'm gonna say it. My mom was right. I get it, mommy. I'm sorry I was such a bitch. I even wrote her a letter one time that I was like, if we go back to Puerto Rico, maybe all of our dreams will come true. How fucked up is that of me?
That's how it's okay. You were a child.
I was angry though.
Yeah, it's all right.
And like
you were taken out of your comfort.
You know how I knew I was angry? When I took him on tour, well, to the little town that I went to school, and I stood in front of the building and I literally flicked off the build. Like it came out of me without me even realizing. And when I did that, that's when I realized like, oh my God, I still had so much anger built up. Wow. So I had to like release it. And I think I left it there.
That's great. That's good.
Isn't that crazy? Good. I didn't know I had it was that one building.
But that also, having experienced that, set up some building blocks for you that you carried on into your adulthood. Yeah. And it,
that's actually very true.
So honeymoon check, success. Done. And may everyone get to experience this beautiful adventure of going to Italy and reconnecting and falling in love again.
And then I had my Lizzie McGuire moment. Okay, you guys.
Okay.
Jaina doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I'll find out right when we wrap. Anyway, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
And
ciao bella.
Ciao bella.
Arrivederci.
But also check out our Patreon.
Oh yes. So you can get exclusive
see footage of this.
To see footage
of me crying after eating a brioche.
Yes.
Bye guys. Thank you. Ciao. Arrivederci.